Victims of bullying, what happened and how did it affect your life? Oh, I'm not too excited about this one. This could be an interesting video today. Bullied as a teenager. It was mostly verbal, had a couple of physical alterations though. One kid took it further than the others and threatened to kill me. Oh my god. Got caught with a knife in his school bag and arrested. Never had any problems with him after that. I'm going okay now though. It's been 12 years. I still get paranoid and anxious at times, but I'm trying to not let it beat me. I was picked on and I was exposed to really toxic people, and all I did was make me angry. It wasn't even that severe. Someone got paid to date me once. Ever since then, I was always skeptical that someone actually found me attractive. Edit, did not expect this to get many likes. First 100 I've ever got, laugh out loud. I still think a guy is joking when they say they find me attractive. I have trouble trusting people. If someone is nice to me, I assume that they have an ulterior motive or think about ways that they could harm me. I get along with my co-workers, but I don't let many people get close enough to know me. That's tough. Was bullied for being fat. I now have a solid six-pack and I am in very good shape. And damn, am I proud. Love it. Good for you. My peers weren't bullies, but they made it clear they didn't care about me / I had no friends. Oh. My brother was the one that would bully me during our childhood, so I grew up not having any friends and having no one to trust in my family. With that said, I still think I had a good childhood, seeing as I was never physically abused or anything, but I still have very little trust for others. I was bullied as a teenager. I had crooked teeth, bushy eyebrows and dark circles around my eyes. I was also anemic, so I was so pale. They called me zombie, witch girl and other hurtful things. I got braces in college and worked out, and a lot of guys started complimenting me, which I always thought was another prank. It took me years to love and accept myself and to not let myself seek attention from other men. I was so desperate for love and attention that I allowed myself to be abused by an ex and to be the side chick of another. I'm doing okay now though. Finally, something I can answer. I was bullied in my younger years for a considerable amount of time. I am 24 now. It still affects my day-to-day life. I am incredibly insecure, automatically assume people who compliment me are joking. I also struggle to trust people. I have awful social skills now. I never went further with my education because of it. Also took a huge toll on my mental health. Developed some unhealthy coping mechanisms. It really messed with my self-worth and how I view myself. But my life is slowly but surely getting better. My second grade teacher beat me almost daily and I was raped by an ex-friend's grandpa. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm suicidal and depressed daily. Oh man, I'm a guy. Jeez. The other girls didn't think I was a friend material, so I was excluded from a lot of things between the ages 6 and 16. I enjoy solitude a lot more than most people I've met, probably because I had to learn to be myself. My twin and I were bullied in school for having lesbian parents. Over the years, I was less bullied than her as I became a more popular kid, and she was in the goth loner group. She took her life when we were 15. Oh my god, that's so sad. I have trust issues. I can't sleep a lot of nights due to the PTSD of having to hear my mum screaming at 4 AM and me running upstairs and seeing my sister hanging from her ceiling fan. Oh, it's awful. I had to call my other mum who lived across town and tell her that her daughter was dead. I have severe depression and high anxiety. I gained some weight. Oh, that's so awful. I ended up getting married when I was 19, currently almost 22. It's hard for me to hold a job due to everything. I'm currently broke as hell and trying. Oh. I found a good therapist and got a job that I start tomorrow, and I'm hoping things get better from here. Bless you. When I was in 5th grade, I started to get kinda overweight and kids started to bully me about it. So I would sit on a bus trying to choke myself with my belt, unsuccessful due to my wide body. so I would try to stop eating. Then eventually I got skinnier. Then the kids made fun of me again because I had lost all of that weight, so I punched the main guy as hard as I could and got expelled. He sounds like he deserved it. I don't want to say what happened, but I'm currently homeschooled, have been to 3 public schools and they didn't work out, been into the psych ward, and now I'm deeply insecure and suicidal. Oh, don't do it. Continue getting help, man. I was bullied in middle school and in high school. My experiences were not severe, or at least I didn't think they were. I was confident in myself and wasn't concerned with what they said, thought, or did. I ignored those people and found a group of friends that meant a lot to me, and I actually enjoyed most of high school. Instant J says, I wouldn't necessarily call it bullying, but all of my peers from age 10 to 17 have avoided me and made it very clear they do not want to get to know me. To be fair, I was a really weird kid/teenager with entirely different interests and a lot less patience for social situations than my classmates. Also struggled with empathy quite a lot since I could never understand people getting upset or being really excited. I'd say those experiences have shaped my current social behaviour in its entirety, and I will always feel like I don't really fit in anywhere. I was cyberbullied. The bully informed us she went to our school and then listed off the school's name, my best friend's name, and so on. She made us play sick, sadistic games to find out her real identity while she taunted us. Once we were about to find out her identity, I did something to piss her off. She said, you know what, I am, you run with the wolves. It is her fault I exist. Then, most of my friends shunned me for the better part of a year. Most people think it's easier to go through than being bullied in person. For me, it was not. Every time I go on anything online, I'm scared she'll be there again. I'm scared she'll torment me and my friends again. I'm scared that she may be one of my friends. I'm not sure I'll ever truly recover. That's so awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Basically, just called names and was teased about my height, as I grew quite early compared to everyone else and was almost 6 foot in primary school. Took me a while to see these things as trivial, but still have an issue with the potential of being judged by others, so I am afraid of doing stuff that I shouldn't really have any issues doing. Whenever I see people whispering, I assume they are talking about me. I'm scared of teenage boys and boys around my age. I'm very anxious around people and I put myself down before others can put me down. Oh, that's sad. I probably have a little more paranoia than the average person, and I like to be alone most of the time in my personal life. Professionally, I feel like it's all fake and people will turn on me in an instant, but I keep up with the status quo. To be honest, I was a weird kid and people kind of let me know. I didn't really know how to interact with people at all. Then I went to college and realised no one knew me there. I thought about who I wanted to be and strived every day to be that. I've mentally forgiven my bullies and decided to move on. They no longer have power over me. My friends spontaneously decided to hate me for months when I was 12 to 13. After having been bullied by several kids I don't know before. No clue what made my so-called friends do it or what made them stop at some point, but 17 years later I still expect everyone I care for to just turn around at some point and hate/abandon me. Which is kind of funny. It results in me treating people in a way that makes them leave me sooner or later. I've kind of become my own bully. So all in all, yep, people scare me. I'm still insecure about my looks. I always think that people are joking when they say that I am attractive. I'm only confident enough to post pictures of myself when I wear a lot of makeup and use filters. I was suicidal for a long time. Started when I was 12. I'm 19 now and I'm better now. Good. Awesome to hear. And I really feel better with the masks now since people can't see like 70% of my face. Years later, and I still can't trust anybody. I have no friends because of it. I can't look into mirrors. I hate mirrors. When someone tells me I am hot, I can only thank them. When someone tells me I am ugly, it kills my day. I don't take chances, and I always have to wait for an opening before I can do anything. I don't smile, and people think I am mean and scary when all I do is just stand there quiet. I was picked on pretty mercilessly in middle school by the people I call friends, and even 25 plus years later, I find it impossible to build real relationships with people. I don't really like anyone, and if they like me, I just assume there is an ulterior motive to it. A therapist told me years ago he had never met someone so physically on edge all the time. I can't let my guard down, even in the safest situations. I was already pretty isolated before the bullying, but it sure made my year to go out to dinner and have them as my server till they hid in the kitchen and they had to have someone else serve me. It was an amazing experience besides the slow service because the obvious dead weight that other staff had to carry. My friends used to bully me for my body. I had anorexia, 13 years old, and dark circles. Now I can't eat normally and still falling for insufficiency of iron. I don't feel like calling it bullying does it justice. Heck, the school didn't think anything was wrong with it at all. But I have PTSD now. I still haven't been able to come out to anyone directly for years, now for fear they will harass or threaten me. I'm hardly able to talk about it for fear she'll pop up to try to silence me again. The worst part though, I feel like an imposter for still feeling bad about it because it was just messages. I have very bad trust issues and I'm very insecure about my body and the things that I own. When unknown people laugh close to me, I think they're mocking me. Oh, and group of high schooler, more than 3, make me uncomfortable. I feel the need to watch the ground and go the farther away from them. I was told I was too sensitive and called a crybaby. Now I hide any feelings of hurt that people inflict on me. And when I do try to speak up for myself, I get choked up. In serious situations, when I'm trying to explain myself, I go into a panic attack and hyperventilate. It's taken years and I'm still processing my trauma. I can't remember most of my childhood because of this. People often call me gay because I was more sensitive than other guys. Some even went to physical and emotional abuse, punches, kicks, real mean-spirited jokes. It didn't change nothing in my personality and I am not gay, so the bully didn't affect me, still. But in these difficult times I feel lonely and without hope. But this has nothing to do with the bullying I suffer as a kid/teen, so yay I guess. Taught me how to fight, lowered my self-esteem way too much. I absolutely don't trust administrators to handle bullying, so I will act for myself and others on my own terms. Tried to commit suicide, survived only to try again and survive again. Anyway, bullying sucks. Oh, it's rough. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Crazy. I don't get into detail over what happened because I'd rather not dwell on it. In terms of the effects, I have trust issues, self-esteem issues, social anxiety, difficulty at starting relationships, substance abuse, and I constantly feel like people who try to become my friend have ulterior motives. There are only 2 people on this planet that I actually have a close friendship with and trust completely. I have a really hard time trusting people. Remember that bullying isn't just having that enemy who picks on you. Bullies can come from your friends and family too. They tend to be the worst because it shakes your self-confidence. I continually have these inner thoughts, wondering if what I think and feel is valid or even worth sharing. I have a really hard time trusting people. Remember that bullying isn't just having that enemy who picks on you. Bullies can come from your friends and family too. They tend to be the worst because it shakes your self-confidence. I continually have these inner thoughts, wondering if what I think and feel is valid or even worth sharing. I suffered a nervous breakdown and bouts of depression for several years, and I still get nightmares about secondary school. Trigger warning? I've been bullied by my classmates for supposedly being overweight and fat. I now have an ED. Luckily, I'm recovering, but it still hits me sometimes.